Yeah, this OP table, OP table, OP table, OP table. May 27, 2023. We are here with the president aspirant, Republic of Liberia. The president aspirant of Republic of Liberia, the People's Party. The People's Party. President aspirant, the People's Party. The master will be the president of bridging to Liberia. I will be the president, the incoming president. President in waiting. Joseph Banning of Indianapolis. This OP table, OP table, OP table. We are in the Republic of Liberia. There's the Joseph Banning, the People's Party, President's Parent, Republic of Liberia. We are broadcasting from Indianapolis, Indiana. Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, Joseph Jr. How you doing?
Yeah. It's good to be here. Saturday edition of Open Table. It's good to be here with presidential aspirant Joseph Banning, the People's Party. The People's Party will be touching on issues pertaining to Liberia, especially the bread and butter issues.
Thank you.
You will be listening to the presidential aspirant, and he will be giving us some of his platform and things he intends to do in Liberia. Once more, Liberia is our common denominator. Liberia is all we have. And for things to be good in Liberia, we got to discuss the issues pertaining to Liberia. Wherever you are listening from, we are talking about Connecticut, we are talking about New York, we are talking about Delaware, we are talking about New Jersey, we are talking about Massachusetts. We are talking about Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia. We are talking about Texas, we talk about Minnesota. Illinois, we're talking about Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, Missouri. In the West Coast, we say California, Arizona, we're talking about Oregon, we're talking about Washington, we're talking about Nevada. Wherever you are listening from again, we say welcome to Open Table. Like home Liberia, we're talking about bombing, Maserati, we're talking about Grand Bassa. We're talking about Nimba, we're talking about Grand Gita, we're talking about Lofa Kante, we're talking about Grand Crew, we're talking about Stano, Maryland, River says, whenever you are listening from Liberia, welcome again to Open Table around the world, Europe, Australia. You have the pleasure today to listen to our presidential aspirant in Liberia. And it's none other but our own, we know. We hope that you can get to know him through his voice. Presidential aspirant Joseph Banning.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Thank you very much. Fellow broadcasting guests, this OP table. We are here with the president's parent, the Republic of Liberia, the People's Party, Joseph Banning of Indianapolis, president's parent. The men are going to bring change to the Republic of Liberia. We were founded since 1847, 1822 we were founded, and then we gained independence. I would declare independence in 1847. And now, the People's Party has come to bring change to the Republic of Liberia. Joseph Banning of Indianapolis. This OP table. Thank you very much. If you are listening to Indianapolis, this OP table, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Well, little gentlemen, we're going to extend our tentacles to the Republic of Liberia. Maserati Kante, Lofa Kante, Magibi, Bon Kante, Nimba Kante. Well, little gentlemen, we are missing one of the favorite sons of Nimba Kante. You're in that gorilla, wherever you are. Just open table. Thank you very much. We are here with the president's parent. President's parent, Joseph Banning, president's parent. The man we're going to bring change to the Republic of Liberia. We believe in change. Change is here. Joseph Banning, president's parent, Republic of Liberia, the People's Party. Thank you very much. We'll be diving into the issue anytime soon. This OP table.
Let me get.
Wow. Oh,
Oh wow. Oh
well,
wow.
ladies and gentlemen, this is OP Table. OP Table is Indianapolis, where you're broadcasting from the capital of Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana.
The best. The best.
Yeah, Chairman, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Chairman, just as I said to you.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
we are
great.
here with Aspirant, the People's Party, just a bunny of Indianapolis. The men are going to bring change to the Republic of Liberia. President in waiting, just a bunny. Thank you very much. The number to call is 317-717-1162. We'll open the line down soon, but after some discussion, rule number 1, we got a president in waiting in studio. We got a president in waiting in studio. So if you call, you gotta be very professional. Yeah, you can't ask too much of questions. You gotta be. Right now, we're gonna give you 1 minute to ask question. 1 minute. Rule number 1. 1 minute to ask question. 1 minute to ask question. President's parent. We are dealing with stakeholder. Just a bunny. President's parent. Republic of Liberia. We are dealing with government official now. Thank you very much. Hey, the executive marshal, Republic of Liberia. I'm making friends with President's parent. Oh. Honorable Chairman Joseph Tigers Jr. We are telling and hanging out with the President's parent, Republic of Liberia. On go Liberia, go to the executive marshal. We are making friends with President Kennedy, President Kennedy, aspirant, Republic of Liberia. Thank you very much. That's a bit table. We are here making friends. Yes? Yes, open table. Open table. Mr. President, are you waiting? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a good thing to be. It's a good thing to be hanging out with a presidential aspirant, especially on a weekend.
Yes.
And it's a good thing. I'm sure he's going to discuss the issue pertaining to Liberia, and I'm aware. I'm sure that he's been to Liberia. He's been in the streets, the corners, talking about the bread and butter issues. You know, the only way to do politics is to go to the people. You gotta go to the people. You gotta listen to them. So I think presidential aspirant Joseph Bounty, he has been doing that. He's been talking to the people. So I think he's gonna lay out his platform and he's gonna tell why it's important for Liberians to consider him as president. We don't the problem we have in Liberia, I don't think one person can solve them. So we need ideas from everywhere. So we are going to listen to his ideas, and we are going to have a very fruitful discussion. So whenever you are ready, Mr. Jonesy XYZ, the greatest XYZ, you can keep the ball rolling. But shout out first to Jan Ndevolule. Mr. Jan Ndevolule is out in Kentucky. Working with Nimba County Association, favorite son of Nimba. Yeah, we love you. We say we are missing you on this table today, but we'll hold it down till you can get here. It's a good thing to have the strong and capable Jonesy XYZ co-chairman of Open Table here today running the bar, and we are going to be talking politics. I mean, Mr. Jonesy XYZ is no stranger to politics. He did politics not as a major in LU, but politics as a, should I say, entertainment or the anybody, you know, when you go to U,
I remember that, bro. Call it president, politics as electrics. You are electric.
if you are in UL, you gotta do politics as a minor. Why you get it there on your transcript, but no, it's just part of UL politics is just part of being a student. I think that's something to be a student is common. It's common. You got engage into politics at the UL, and that's why politicians frequent that area. They go there to sometimes disturb and sometimes to talk to the students. But in honesty and fairness is a good thing. Mr. Joseph Banner will give you the floor to introduce yourself, not too long, but I will allow the co-chairman to keep the ball rolling.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman, Joseph Jr. As you said, at University of Liberia, politics is like elective to us students. There is no way you can go through the corridor of the University of Liberia without going on the Palava Hut. And we did that. We know the records are there. And anyway, we don't want to dive into that. We have the president's parent, the man that's bringing change to the Republic of Liberia, Mr. Joseph Bani, the People's Party, Republic of Liberia. Mr. Bani, go ahead and introduce yourself to Obi Table and the rest of the world.
Hello, my people. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Let me first of all give shout out to Mr. Akwe for the opportunity you given me today.
Thank you.
To be able to speak to my people, and that's everyone. Also, thanks go to Mr. Anthony Gavler. Anthony Gavler has been very instrumental in making some connections for me, especially so in the public arena. Yes, I am a resident of Indiana, Indianapolis for that matter. But for me appearing on public shows like this, it has been the instrumentality of Anthony Gavler. And I want to say thank you so much, my brother. This is the way out. We all can join, put hands together, put our heads together to make this thing work. And also shout out to the president of the association. I want to say thank you for your hard work and the time you've taken to control this or to be leader in this community. With everybody putting hands together, I think our community can be better. And that is the strength we all have as one people, work together. And to everyone who listening to me, I say thank you for giving me audience. By the way, I'm Joseph K. Bani or Joseph Kawarai from Okwewu Bani. I hail from Beliala, now Bapolo County used to be Lower Lofa County. I think all Liberians should know where Beliala is. It used to be a song sung, send them to Beliala. All the bad people send them to Beliala. So Beliala is not hidden. I was born, raised in Beliala, got education, my primary education in Beliala, and further it to the William V.S. Tubman Institute, William V.S. Tubman High School. Graduated, went to spend a year in West Africa College of West Africa, doing business. But finance got so low I couldn't go further. However, again, I am resident of Indiana. I am married to a beautiful woman, Mimi Sate Bani, and we raised 3 kids. Now we are raising 2 grandkids. Thank you again, and I think let's hit the road and talk about the issues that matters.
Thank you very much for that perfect introduction, and that was the voice of the president's parent, Joseph Bani, the People's Party, Republic of Liberia. Yeah, before we go into the issue, I think I would like for Mr. Honorable Chairman. He doesn't deserve any introduction, but at least he can go on and say 1 or 2 things before we can dive straight to the question. And I think the chairman will be the first to ask question, and then Fado, I will come on and ask questions, and then we, after some time, we're going to open the line, and then we're going to give Carter 1 minute to ask questions, just as it is, and then we're going to dive straight into the discussion. Honorable Chairman.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Thank you. It's a good thing to have you here, Mr. Joseph Bannon, to discuss politics and to discuss Liberia. Matter of fact, we are all Liberians on this platform, and it's a good thing to be talking with you.
Thank you.
I'm a grandson of a fisherman, so I will leave you at that, and that is it. A fisherman from Grand Crew. So we are talking Liberia. We are talking Liberia. First of all, people watching us today would like to ask the People's Party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the People's Party.
So bring it on.
people people watching us today
Yes.
who want to ask this question: is your party already qualified through next procedure to run in the October elections?
Yes. Yes. We are registered bona fide political party of Belayala,
Oh,
of Liberia.
okay.
Yeah, but it used to be send them to Belayala, but now it's bring them from Belayala. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
yeah.
so I was just giving that as an icebreaker to get out of the way because I wanted that to be clear before people think that we're not just calling the presidential aspiring without
Yeah.
being qualified.
1 minute, just
All right.
second, one
Okay,
second.
Mr.
Okay.
President, in
So,
waiting.
Mr. Mr. Jones D. SYZ, so that is out of the way that the party is already qualified
Yeah.
to participate in this year's elections. So that's a good thing. So we are talking about
Yeah, as we're saying, I think this is the certificate
The
okay.
NEC. Yeah. NEC.
from NEC.
All right. All right. Thank you
From
very much.
Liberia. You see the
And
seal
like
from
that.
Liberia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So yes, I have it.
Yeah, so you are already doing things the right way. You see, you are giving the people evidence, and that's what we like. So,
No, I speak with evidence,
Yes.
all right, that's a
and
good
I like to also speak with facts.
exactly. We believe in facts and evidence around here. So,
Yeah,
thank you for giving us that. The evidence is right there.
and that is why I don't just speak. I don't just say from my mouth.
all right.
They say what we write never gets out of memory.
Uh-huh.
We can say something today. Tomorrow you come and accuse me. I can say, give me proof.
Yes.
You cannot get proof from my mouth. But what is rating is what we take to be proof.
That's
Okay.
right.
So my leadership ability for Liberia is all a blueprint. And that's why I have this.
All
The
right.
People's Party.
The
Thank
people's
you.
party.
This is my platform.
All right.
This booklet is my platform. So whatever is written here, you can hold me responsible for it tomorrow.
Thank
But
you.
don't hold me responsible for just what I say from my mouth because you're not going to prove it. I'm not going to prove it.
All right. So okay. So why are you holding that booklet? Let me ask you a question. Is it available online for people who will not have the privilege to get a hard copy? Is it available online for them to look at that platform?
You see the difference between the People's Party and all political parties. I don't know where, maybe I never asked them, but the People's Party, since we are the people, we don't have anything from the people.
Yeah.
So the difference between us and them is that a single person, an individual can request for my platform, I'll give it to you.
You got to
You just,
request.
anyone who requests for this platform,
Uh-huh.
I will give it to you. I will give it to you so that you can know what we all stand for. I said the People's Party because we are the people.
That's right.
So we can't have anything from the people.
So it's online, or they got to request a hard copy. That's why
You got to request for it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. All right, Mr. Jones SYZ, you can go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bani, the president's parent, president in waiting, Republic of Liberia. My first question, I read your platform and I went through your platform and I saw something that I look at very essential to Liberian people. You did mention about economic growth. So as a president, when you become the president, comes October 10, 2023, how are you going to make the Liberian people, how are you going to make them to be economy-wise, like food-wise, how are you going to make them to be not better driven? In a nutshell, the Liberian people are hungry. When I mean they are hungry, in Liberia, when you carry food, they love you. Right now, there's crisis in Liberia. People are saying that there's no food, there's no. A lot of people go to the market, you carry $100 to the market, it's not nothing. So when you become a president, comes October 10, 2023. You did mention my economic growth. How are you going to manage when it comes to the growth of food in Liberia?
I can't hear you now.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit delayed,
Oh,
but
really?
I think he got the question in that. It's a delay. So he said, yeah, how you gonna manage with food in Liberia?
In the
Economic.
first, he's still talking.
No, it's a delay. It's
No,
a delay.
I don't know why you said my I don't know what's going on with mine.
It's a delay. It's a delay. So
Okay,
go
so
ahead.
I can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look. In the first place, we are putting the cart before the horse. Yeah, we are just jumping. Feed the people, feed the people. This is not the only problem Liberia faces now. We can feed the people all they want. I can give each person, if possible, 2 bags of rice. I mean, just eat 3 times a day. That won't solve the problem. We have greater problem in this country than just food. Food is just part of the after effect of what is going on. I think we should first of all talk about how are we going to put the country in the right trajectory, in the right pattern, so that when we start moving, people will be fed. And I'm saying this to me, let's talk about, let's first of all see what we will do from the beginning. But your question, I have that here. Is a plan already to feed the people. I got already the plan, but we can't just jump in the middle. What we need to first of all do is to put law and order in place. When we have law and order in place in the country, number two, we give everybody jobs. We create jobs, not just give government jobs. Government job is not job creation. Those jobs are always there. They can remove you and put people. But a job that is sustainable for all Liberians. Now, when we put people to work, it will also incorporate with our agriculture. And on the plan now, those are just the stages I will work through. Law and order first. Law and order. We got to put law and order first. When we put law and order first, then we got to also look at our security sector, our military and police. Our military and police should also be put in the right area. When those things are working, then we can now talk about our feeding. And on the feeding, on your question, I will ask each county to allocate for the first year 500 acres of farmland. That would be 7,500 acres of farmland. We will cultivate that. Now we're doing industrial agriculture, where we are going to operate with machines, not just cutlass and hoes. No, we are going to use real agriculture. And we're not going to be destroying our forests every year. We want to introduce the modern technology. And that is, we can use one soil over and again, and we still produce the same amount of food. So when we can cultivate 7,500 acres of farmland in each counties, the following year, we will also ask for a double. That would be 1,000 acres of farmland for each county. That would just be government farmland. We cultivate that in 3 years. I guarantee you that we will be able to put food on the Liberian market and forget about foreign food. Now, what do we do about local farming? We will subsidize local farmers. How are we going to do that? We are going to give local farmer missionaries, maybe tractors, or just any kind of farm machine that will make them more productive, and even give them subsidy, financial subsidy, so that we can encourage them to make bigger farm and not just small farm for him and his wife and his family. so that he can have a large scale farming. The production will be given to the government in return, not money. It's like buying a cash crop that used to be in the turbo days. Farmer used to bring their cash crops and the government buy it and put it on the market. So we were telling, just make as many farms as you can. The government will buy the products. That will in fact encourage them that they buying the product. I mean, planting the product, bringing it on, and no purchasing. So the government is going to have this storage, food storage. I live in America for over 30 years, and all of my work in America has been transportation. I have been all over the United States of America. I have seen industries, I have seen factories, I've seen farm, I've seen almost everything that people can do to grow economy. And if I tell you today that people can plant salt, probably you're not going to believe it until you live in Love, Texas, or you go to Salt Lake City. That's when you will know how people grow salt. Yeah, there are natural salt, but people do take salt in and produce it. All you need is a swamp and yeast and other chemicals. So I've seen all of this. Now, my thing is, why must I die with all this idea and all? Why must I sit upon my idea and let my people suffer? But the only way you can carry those things in our country to be effective, we all got to put hands together. We all got to put heads together. We all got to put resources together to do it. So yes, I will feed Liberia in 4 years. And as a matter of fact, I don't think we should take 6, 7 years to run a small country that is just like a city to some states. We can minimize it. Because if I cannot produce in 4 years the people resources, I think I should get out. 6 years is too much. For me, though, that's how I think. So in 4 years, I will do the work for the Liberian people.
Thank you.
All right.
So, thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, do you have any question?
Thank you. Sorry, I thought you were still delayed. John Diaz was it? That's fine. So let's stay with the topic. You started to explain a little bit. You said 6 years too long.
Yeah.
4 years enough for you to execute your plan. So with that being said, if the Liberian people, Liberians who are watching today, I mean, they already copied that, they get that in their memory. Should you be the next president of Liberia? Is this something that you're going to push harder for them to reduce the 6 year term to 6 year to 4 year? Is that something you're going to push along as president? Because that's something the president really got to accept to push for. Is that something you're going to make part of your agenda?
Because they are there for money. So the ones still low in power.
So will you make that part of your agenda? Let's say if you go down to this election in October, because you are going to be, if you win the election in October, it's going to be 6 years, right?
It's going to be 6 years.
Because that's according to law. So
Yeah.
the first day or inauguration, will you declare that I'm only here for 4 years and not 6 years?
No, that is not part of my platform. But I'm saying this, I don't think we should be giving one person that amount of year when they can't even accomplish anything. Your 6 years should be determined within the first 4 years. Because if you can't do anything in 4 years, what about the 2 years? You can't do nothing else. So in 4 years, I will be able to prove myself to the Liberian people that I can go even further. But I'm saying 6 years is too much. But what I'm going to push for, is to decentralize our government. I want to see that every county in Liberia should be able to shoulder the responsibility of the country equally so. And that's what I call my equal share of human resource. The human resource should be able to be shared, across the board. So that Nimba County, Lofa County will be able to shoulder some of the responsibility, like what we say, maybe are trying to jump the rope. You're probably going to have that. But sharing the human resource is this. Bond County, for instance, will take Ministry of Education. Lofa County will take Ministry of Defense. Bond County should take the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, or the Health Ministry. And if we can divide this ministry in the various counties, they will also have sub officers in these counties. Here is the catch. If Minister of Defense can operate in other counties from Morovia, they can also operate from Lofa County. Isn't that practical? If Minister of Education can operate from Morovia on Broad Street and control all the counties, Minister of Education can work in can be in Bombay County and do the same thing. But what my plan will do is it will also grow the population, the workforce in every county, where every people don't have to leave from their county to go to Morovia for jobs. So in other words, let's carry the job to them, because workers in those ministries will not live in those counties. And what we're going to see too is that senators and representatives are going to not live in their constituents. And as they live in their constituent, development begins to go on and cities start growing. Now the government will only prioritize now on their central government, while the counties have become autonomous. The superintendent. Now I'm one person that want to believe, and I will push that senators should be elected. Superintendents should be elected. They shouldn't be appointed, because there where the nepotism coming, there where the prejudice coming. So let the people be able to choose their leaders, not the president appointing because you're my friend. I will appoint you. Even now, I'm surprised to see parliament chiefs are being appointed, but it should be elected. All positions that has to deal with the ruling of the control of the country should be elected. Even Senate mayor need to be elected, not appointed. It used to be those days, so we're going to bring it back. That's how I will do the government, so that everyone will have equal share of the human resource.
All right. Mr. Jones, yes, was the
Thank you very much, Mr. Sparrow. Thank you very much. The People's Party, thank you very much. The president in waiting, Republic of Liberia, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, do you have any question? You want to buttress anything that he said, or you have a question?
If you allow me to buttress, I will go ahead. I will buttress
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
I will add that. Thank you for the privilege of allowing me to do that. So let's stay on this topic a little bit. You talk about decentralized in government, and that's a good thing. As you explained it sounded very good for the listening audience, and it sounded good in the ears of others. However, in order for you to decentralize government, there should be infrastructure. You cannot take a Ministry of Health and carry it to a place that there's no building suitable for a Ministry of Health. Nor can you take defense and carry it to Lofa when we have hot and pantashes. You can carry defense over there, because defense will be run over in a twinkling of an eye. So now, according to your platform, you have justice first. So how then can you decentralize government with such bad infrastructure? So are you going to move infrastructure up a little bit, because we are looking at the roads being bad and we are looking at the infrastructure being bad? So how can you decentralize without good infrastructure?
Decentralization has been one hot topic for many years. And as a matter of fact, most aspirants all will talk about decentralize. So talking about it now, I don't think it's something strange, but it's just how we can put it into the right trajectory. Okay, yes, I understand that we need infrastructures, we need buildings, but don't we have government buildings in this county seat? Don't we? Yes, we do. What we're going to do is not just going to yank it out and throw Minister of Defense right there, like you put him on rock and rubber and boom and let it go. All these will be discussed. I'm telling you, this is my plan. And these are my plans. If you make me your president, jobs want to go to the people, and the people not coming to the jobs. And this will be one of my soul and heart job creation. Job creation. I think we should be, first of all, talking about the means, how we're going to create jobs for the people. Because that's the main thing. And that's another way of creating jobs. Let's say, for instance, if we're going to do the decentralization, we need masoners, we need carpenters, we need builders. And people in those counties now can have jobs to build a government building. We can do it 2-3 years. And those places that already have infrastructures, we can send them there. For instance, Bond County, Phoebe Hospital, we got buildings there. In Bond County, we got building in Vonjama, in Lofak, in Zosa. We got building in this area. It's only to remodel it. We're not taking a whole thousands of people going out there. It's just to put the administrator there and to operate from there. We can't be congested in this one small city we call Monrovia. Let's decentralize the government so that Monrovia can be depopulated and we can take Monrovia and rebuild Monrovia to metropolitan city. We can put high-rise building. We can have tourism. Everything can just be stuck in this one county, in this one city. As a result, Maserati have become like the superior in this in the country. People running for senatorial position in Maserati, they're like a god to other counties. No, let's share our human resource evenly. Let every citizen be able to enjoy the resources of this country equally. And that's my principle.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Aspirant. Mr. Barney, thank you very much. The People's Party.
Thank you.
Aspirant, Republic of Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My next question have to deal with something like inflation. When it comes to inflation in Liberia, we know that the entire world right now we are going through economic crisis, but Liberia is at a higher level when it comes to economic crisis. So when we are talking about inflation, when you become president, comes October 10, 2023, what are some mechanisms you're going to put into place to control inflation in Liberia?
First of all,
President,
I got 14 plans. The first plans that I want to work on is we'll have about 4 committees. The first committee will work on salary deduction. Then we're going to work on the salary arrears for retirees. Then we're going to work on education and health sectors. Then employment. So what we're going to do to eradicate this is to be able to economically empower Liberians so that they can be able to compete with big business people. And since Lebanese and Indians traders have overshadowed our economic system, we need to be able to empower Liberians so that they can be able to take control of the economic system. By so doing, we'll have jobs opening, and the more we have jobs opening, investors will start coming in because of our restoration of law and order. My buddies are not even talking about implementing the economic crimes code. They are not talking about punishing those people who destroy the country and continue to destroy the country. All they are talking about is what they will do for themselves. But we got to look at those areas. If we can put those law and order in place, investors are going to come in because they're going to believe in the Liberian government. that if anybody messes with their business, they're gonna be apprehended, and corruption in the government will be also apprehended. All the inflation, all our whatever, are based on our poor justice system, and those places need to be straightened. Our security system need to be number one, to be able to give hope to business people, investors, visitors, tourists. When we do that, we can be able to cut all of these economic crises we're having. Because nobody coming in, there's no law and order. There's no law and order, so we can't have business people coming in. And as long as we are not having investors coming in and the government is not providing any job for the people, there will be high inflation. But this is how I will do to cut our inflation. I will build our military. I will build our law enforcement. I'm going to be able to scrutinize the justice system, that there will be accountability. When we can restore that in our government, I'm telling you, inflation is going to come down because investors are going to come in. So let's not put the cart before the horse.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aspirant, President in waiting, Robert Liberia. Honorable Chairman, do you have any question for the aspirant, Mr. Barney?
Well, I'll take that. So let's talk about your party and your planning of going forward a little bit. So when you're running for the higher office, it's a good thing to have a good number two. We all understand that your VP pick is very important. Your VP pick can make or break your ticket. So as a presidential aspirant, someone who is already looking at the higher office, is it something you're already looking at alone to talk about? Like, are you talking already or looking at people that to decide to run with you on this ticket, or are you collaborating with other parties? And if you are looking in that direction, let me take it a little bit further. If you are looking at direction for a VP pick, will you be going ahead and picking someone that is of the opposite gender to at least get the women vote or the female vote to make sure that you are not just a man that is just pushing masculine politics? You are trying to go to fit to the other gender, or will you just be going to pick someone based on qualification regardless of whether it's a male or female?
Well, I started off fighting for women rights. I started off fighting for the marginalized one. If, as a matter of fact, that's how come people started knowing me, and that even gave me the more force to get into this. So my VP, if possible, I want women to be on the front page. And of course, qualification do matters too now. We're not just going to grab somebody and put him there because we want gender equality. You know, you got to be able to do the job right. You got to stand for the principle of this platform. You got to be able to implement it. Not just put you there because we want gender equality. Yeah, there are qualified women out there, just as qualified men out there. But okay, let's also look at the picture. Not because, like I said, not because we want one woman, one man. Okay? If we are going to go by that, I'm not trying to put women down. Okay, I'm not trying to put women down. Equally so, not men. But let's look for the qualified person who can do the job. Especially so this era and time in our society, we need people who will be able to stand their ground. Right. Who will be able to talk to and even mention Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's name. That Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has been one of the main source of indeficiency in this country. Can a woman, because all of the women that I'm hearing, that even the president, vice president, never mentioned one day about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf aid treatment of this country. Because they feel that they are women, so any woman do bad. No, we can't do that. Not because you are a woman. If another woman is spoiling the area, let's talk about her. But nobody is talking about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And this lady has been the main source of our suffering today. You don't even hear Joseph Walker talk about her, not even Cummings, not the Gonglo. All they talk about themselves. But my people, if we are going to heal the sickness, let's go down to the root. And the root of our sickness is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They say, well, 12 years and things she did fine. But what was the job creation? In Ellen Johnson Sirleaf time, where did the money go? And they're talking about job, we are taking 60 billion. Who printed the money? Who were behind the printing of the money when job we are came down? Not Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And how many million did she take? Did she have the power to do that? But nobody is talking about that. They are just talking about the man, the man, the man, the man. Let's also talk about the woman, the woman, the woman. So I want to be equal. I want to be very fair. If possible, let's cut between the chairs. Let's talk about the women too.
All right, Mr. Jones, if you can allow me to buttress a little bit, but if you want to ask questions, you can go ahead.
Go ahead, Honorable Chairman. Go ahead.
So you are, I see you are speaking, forcefully about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and that's a good thing. I think you have a span where a lot of people have a doormat, and in politics sometimes you have to have span.
Yeah, I do,
and that's a good thing. So let's talk about that issue a little bit. So,
okay.
And with the justice being part of your platform, you will be not just looking at George Weah to persecute corruption from the past government, but you'll be
exactly so.
You're going farther down to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf must be the first.
Oh, so you're gonna make her the first because she is the primary devil in this case.
She is the primary, and she must be the first to lead the way.
Okay.
Why is that? George Weah is just the product of the seed that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf sowed. You see, you can't go plucking the orange from the orange tree and say, oh, the orange too bitter, the orange not good. You got to go down to the root of the tree, and the orange will be gone. So George Weah is not the problem. George Weah is the result of the problem that was solved. And that's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Walker. And now Joseph Walker is jumping out of the cookie jar box and say, oh, I'm the good person. I'm the good person. So is Joseph Walker telling us that all the 12 years he been in government, he didn't know about all of those children contract that used to be done? So he was just sitting down there, and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her children will go and get this, mobile exile, if that's what they call it. Our oil black being so Mr. JNB used to be said that me and I see and I there and that's all.
So
okay. Listen. And you know that even any deed that's supposed to be caught, it will be caught in the House of Senate. And Joseph Walker was the head there. So he one time he didn't know anything about it. Then he would jump from there and say the woman alone. No, my man, your hand inside too.
Thank you.
So that's why I see. Go ahead. I wanted to follow up, but go ahead.
No problem. Honorable Chairman, anyway, this Ellen Johnson Sirleaf things, I want to deviate from that a little bit and focus on the importance of our country, because when he becomes a president, there are so many things that he's supposed to do for the Liberian people. And Mr. Aspirant, Mr. Barney, the People's Party.
Yes.
I have a question.
Bring it on.
When it comes to Liberia, comes October 10, 2023, you might be the president. The People's Party candidate will be the president, if need be. If Liberian people say so. So if you become, when you become the president, what monetary policy will you put into place when it comes to money supply on the Liberian market?
You still talking?
No, I'm done.
Oh, but your mouth be talking me.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's
Okay,
going
look.
on with the computer.
A leader must be able to organize. Okay?
Yeah.
I am going to select well-trained and people who we can hold accountable in these areas, finance or in the business of the government. I'm going to look for the qualified person, and we would sit down a committee and we discuss. I'm not going to come up and say because I'm the president, I know everything. No, a president does not even know everything. Not even Joe Biden know everything. Not even Obama knew everything. But it depends on the organization, the people that you put together. So I'm going to have my team together, my financial team together, my economic teams together, my security team together, and put it before them. Gentlemen, what can we do to buttress this? And how can we face this problem? That's why I'm going to have what we call the People's Council in my government. That will be the first time that we'll have such a body, the People's Council. The People Council will be there to buttress what the president would want to do before it goes to senatorial or it go to the senators. So you're talking about sharing money and here there. I'm not going to be sharing money to nobody. I will leave that with the bank to do that.
No, I'm not saying sharing money. I said the money supply on the market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying what monetary policy are you going to put into place to control the money supply on the market?
I'm going to leave it with the banking system. Okay. Now, why it is true that we.
Go ahead. He's just delayed. Go ahead.
Okay. Why it is true.
Go ahead. He's delayed. Sorry.
Okay. Why it is true that we are going to put mechanism in place. We are going to have overview of all of the government resources, how we distribute, how we carry on things. We are going to have this in place. We are going to have this in place. Sure enough, we're going to have it.
So, in a nutshell, you're saying that you will have the bank that will take care of your monetary policy. That's what.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jones, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, number Chairman. If you have any question, we can open the line. The number to call is 317-717-1162. The number to call again is 317-717-1162. We're having a conversation with the president aspirant of the Republic of Liberia from the People's Party. Honorable Joseph Bani. Thank you, brother.
Okay, the number to call 317-717-1162. Let me give you a little icebreak or a little tip before I go to the question I want to ask. But so I saw you talking about Ellen, and you did mention Joseph Boyka. So if you are going to take justice to Ellen, you are going to tie Boyka into your justice. Is that right?
Yeah, of course.
Because
you can't prosecute the darkness and leave the hour.
Yeah.
The hour and darkness or the witchcraft, they all work together.
So
it will only be left with them to go and justify themselves.
Okay, so for my grandfather in Grand Crew that passed away whatsoever, you are trying to say that any is the darker and Joseph Barker is the hour, right?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying parable. If you're going to grab the witch, you're going to bring the darkness. Darkness will be witness and hour will be death.
Okay. All right, let's go a little further. I look at your platform over here and something's very important catch my eye. It caught my eye. Sorry. So to be frank, you talk about infrastructure and you talk about roads. So I saw roads into your plan. So when I look at the roads in Liberia, we have very bad roads. You cannot go. Liberia is so small. Like it's almost like just a little bit bigger than the state of Indiana and some states in these United States. But there's no way in Indiana and other states you can go move from one end to another end and spend over 2 days. But in Liberia you can do so because of barriers. So what are some of the mechanisms you will put into place for me to go and visit my ancestor in Grand Crew if I want to go visit there in the scene and come back, or if I have to go to see my old man in Lofa County if he's up in Lofa. So what are some of the mechanisms you are putting in place?
Roads, I mean, transportation. That's why I said we would have gone step by step. Transportation would be one of the top priorities. That's why I think on the international scene, when I was on the international radio some time ago, no, I think I wrote. Usually I use Facebook as my medium, like Donald Trump used to use Twitter to communicate with you. I use Facebook a lot. So I wrote that we will fix airplane in Liberia. And that went worldwide, whoa, Mr. Biden said we will fix airplane in Liberia, you know. But what I was trying to say and what I'm still saying is that we will operate the two system of transportation, that air and ground. Air and ground. And I'm saying this, I have it in my platform here. Like I told you, I had a blueprint of it all. Right there. We used to have this kind of plane from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. We used to have airplane everywhere. So a lot of people never even used to care whether the road was bad or so. So what I'm going to do, this is why I'm talking about my decentralization. If we have every government sector in these counties, the superintendent, the representative, and the senators, and the chief are living in the counties, there will now be taxpayer. Because let's say, for instance, a minister of education in Bowman County, people are going to be there working. And then all the taxes they collect, we're going to have 50-50. The county will have 50 and the government will have 50. So what happened to the county development fund or county tax? The county can now undertake their own road projects, while the government or the central government take the highways to connect, borders to borders. Banga can now take their own town-to-town road projects. Maserado County, Bowman County, Grand Cable, they cannot take their own road projects. Now, I'm going to say that we will have regional airports in all capital cities. And then what will happen? We'll have aircraft investors. We'll have businesses coming in. If you can't go by road, you can go by air. You come from Morocco, you get to Roberts Fee, you can board a single engine plane and go to Grand Crew that very day. You don't have to pass a model road. But in my regime, there will be no model road. Why? I have plotted in this country for 30 years. I know back roads. I know state road. I know what they call township road and highways. We're going to have roads.
Thank you very much. Right now we have a caller on the line.
Yeah.
Hello, Tony Gabler. Tony Gabler, the pioneer of this community. I love an open table.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. My question here to you has to do with the upcoming elections.
Okay.
All right. And if the even election is held today and you do not win, the people party does not win, are you willing to form an alliance with Joseph Walker?
Well, I will leave that to my people. But
As an individual, I am the leader,
you're right. But I have a principle, like I said. And besides that, I can't tell the people don't vote for Joseph Walker because of this, because of that. I will give them the opportunity to choose who they want to vote for.
I'm saying you done it, Joseph Barney, Joseph Barney. Joseph Barney, now the People's Party with Joseph Barney, just for Joseph Walker, he was.
Well, I will want to ask Joseph Walker, will you audit Ellen Johnson Sirleaf just as you say you want to audit Joy Weir? Those will be the critical points. Now, the thing here is that I'm not just going to put the same old. That's not my principle. That if you don't win, you're going to align with somebody. I will tell my people, you got your free will to vote for who you want to vote. But Joseph Barney will not vote for Joseph Walker.
Mr. Gabriel, your phone is kind of like bubbling a little bit. Is that a way you can call back?
You see, I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I'm not. If I'm going to start talking against Joseph Walker now, I'm not going to flip and join him because he's going to give me $1 million. I'm not fighting for the Liberian people for money. I want them to get money, but get it the right way. Get it the right way. I will give my people the chance. You vote for anybody you want to vote, but Joseph Barney will not vote for Joseph Walker. I'd rather keep my vote because I'm not voting for no corrupt person to go back there and suffer my people again. I won't do it. Joseph Walker is corrupt, and he's a liar too. He's not fair. He's not honest.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Joseph Barney, president aspirant, the Liberians, the People's Party, the People's Party, the People's Party, president aspirant, Joseph Barney. Mr. Chairman, do you have any other question?
I will take a question while the lines are open. You can call 317-717-1162, 317-717-1162. The other line is not active today, but you can call. That's our primary line, 317-717-1162. You have a presidential aspirant, Joseph Barney, in studio, and he's discussing the issue. Not too long ago, he said Joseph Walker is corrupt and Joseph Walker is a liar. So I would like to touch on that topic a little bit. So,
yes.
So you are now part of what is called Bapulu, right? Because forgive me if I'm wrong. Are you a better man?
Yeah, better. Madakwaji.
All right, so you are a better man. And before they divided the county, Bapulu was part of Lofa.
Yes.
So Joseph Walker, in a sense, he is your uncle because he's from Lofa. They said the Kisi people are the uncles to Loma.
To Loma people.
The Loma people, but not the better people.
I'm Loma too.
Okay, so yeah, so in a sense, he's your uncle because he's a Kisi man from Lofa, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you are over here telling us that your uncle and your uncle is a liar and he's corrupt. Do you not think that will aggravate the old people or the ancestors from Lofa County? Me, I'm not open with our traditions. So.
Now, this is what we need to eradicate in our culture and all our country. Not because my father is wicked. Not because my brother is hurting the people. I should follow you. No. No. We are not above the law. When we are in the house, you are my uncle. But when you get to power and do wrong to the people, I will forget about the uncleship and put down the law. There, just as you're saying, there's something we do in our culture. I'm on, please. Now, there's something to call where I don't want to say our society breach. But when you go into that fraternities, no matter who you are, if you are the Zoe brother, if you are the Zoe uncle, you are wrong, we will say, father business, not there. Mother business not there. Let's cut it. Let's cut it. So relative business is not into this. Look, Liberia has suffered too much. Yeah, let's forget about this tribalism or sectionalism. Joseph Walker is my uncle, but he is corrupt. And if I'm going to punish him, I will punish him. I won't go inside, we'll fix it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have a call on the line. Hello, Mr. Chair. Jeremiah Chair is on the phone. We're going to open the table.
Thank you, XYZ, and thank you, Chairman Asele. Honorable Bonnie, I call you from Tucson, Grand Judah County. I've been touring the Southeast quite recently, and I'm still here. So there are people who try to talk to about the TPP, and they don't seem to know what political party is it, because a few of them kept asking, who's your running mate, and when are you going to announce your running mate so that they can start a massive campaign on this side? Because few people here seem to be gearing up, but they don't know yet where is the standard bearer going to come to see us, and as well as announcing his running mate. How can you address that?
Dodi. You know what Dodi can do, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right now, we still have time to get our running mate. We still have time. By the grace of God, I will be in Morovia in June next year. By the grace of God, we got lined up of people, but we don't want to just jump up and get them because time against us. We got qualified people, and tell the people in Grand Judah County that your Dodi, that belly man. Dodi is coming.
Bonnie, I'm right at the bike parking station right now. There are huge motorbike people around me. All they are asking for is that some little gas to help to run the campaign, so they can put in their bikes, so they can be the printing of the flyers and stuff. So they want to know how they get these fundings.
Okay, after the show, I will refer you to the chairman in Morovia, Chairman Morris Salif.
What's the chairman name again?
Is Chairman Morris M. Salif.
Morris M. Salif. Okay.
Dana Ellie Johnson Salif brother.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Tell all my Dodi hello. Tell all my Dodi we coming.
Thank you very much. That was the voice of Jamache, calling from Grand Judah. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, do you have anything to say? You have any question? The number to call is 317-717-1162. We are having a conversation with President's parent, Mr. Joseph Banning. Mr. Banning going to be the next president of the Republic of Liberia. Comes October 10, 2023.
All right. So usually in politics, especially in Liberian politics, people often ask, what is your stronghold? Like, usually sometimes you okay? You listening to this?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So usually people often ask, your stronghold, like meaning like your group of people that you can really count on to vote for you. Like for when we talk about Joseph Boyka, we will often refer him to Lofa County because we are almost aware that Lofa County will vote for him unanimously. Can we
For real?
I mean, he did so. He did so in 2017. He ran upward over there almost to 90%. If I can go back to the previous numbers, he won that place over hefty number. I don't know about the percentage. I don't want to lie over here, but I know it was up.
At that time they didn't have Google people.
Okay, so now they have Google people. So
not like me.
All right, now
I already have FOIA district.
Oh, so you already have FOIA. Okay,
I already have FOIA district.
Oh, that's big because Boyka
is hometown.
Boyka is a kissy man, and you have FOIA district. So what's your? So if you have Boyka's hometown FOIA district, your people from Bapolu, will they support you?
Yes. Yeah, they will support me.
You say here today that you will get Bapolu like in a very good amount to turn out to vote for you, like help.
I will get Bapol County
Okay.
a good turnout.
All right.
But again, that's another thing that I would love for us to eradicate in where maybe because here to do it, but do my people or my county have to vote for me before I can be a good leader?
No, but Sally, that's why.
Listen to this. PLO Patrick Lumumba said one time in his speech, every village have his own thief. No village want to talk about their thief. Okay? Babul Kane could fall for me and say, yeah, this is a good guy. But am I the good guy for Bon County? Would I be the good guy for Maserati County? So yeah, let's look at Liberians as Liberians. Like somebody say, why you didn't take your vote from Babul County? If I be the president, would I not be president for the whole of Liberia? Do I always have to go sleep in Babul County before to know that I'm a citizen? No. There is no Babul County Liberian. There is no Bon County Liberian. There is no Grand Cru County Liberian. We are all Liberians. So if I can get Grand Cru in numbers and I get my county, it doesn't mean that I can't be president for my county. So that should not be the priority.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Facebook Live OP Table. This OP Table, we are here coffee conversation with the president aspirant, Mr. Joseph Bani. Well, Mr. Bani, now we are not too far from election. Election is very close now. October is right here. It's right in the corner. So you being an aspirant, the Liberian people want to know that all of the people that have ran in that country to be a president, and all of the presidents since Joseph Jenkins Robertson up to Mr. George Manawea administration, Liberia still have an issue, a serious issue.
Serious one.
Yeah, a very serious issue. So what is the difference that you're going to bring to the Liberian people that those people have not done to the Liberian people that are going to bring change positively to Liberia?
What I would do, I know you finish, even though your mouth shaking. Number one, again, hear me and hear me clear, my fellow Liberians. Without law and order in a country that has no law and order in place is not a country, is not safe. Before the boa constrictor can swallow its prey, it goes around and makes sure that the environment is safe before he can start eating. Before we start anything in Liberia, I will make sure that law and order is in place. Law and order. Then number two, I'm going to create jobs for all Liberians that other government has never done. They always depend on foreign investors. But they say, what do you have before I come in? That's the question. What can you do for your own people before I come in? So that means if I don't come in, your people will not eat. My people will be eating. My people will be working before foreign investor come. So that when foreign investor come, their value has gone up. So I'm going to create job for all Liberians, and I know how to do it. I got everything. I got all the job plans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until go on. That's what our past government have never done. The justice system is very, very depleted. Our military is depleted. Our law enforcement is depleted. They're not even talking about it. But I will build a military in 4 categories. That's the Army, that's the Marine. For the first time, I will bring Marine Corps. For the first time. Then I'm going to rebuild the Coast Guard, and the Air Force. Those 4 areas. If we can build a military and make sure that there's military barrack in all the 15 counties, that's more employment. People in the street that ride motorbikes and keke, they're going to leave the motorbike. They're going to go in the military, not just army. Some of them will go to Air Force, not just the Air Force. Some of them will go to the Coast Guards, not just Coast Guard. Some of them will go into the Marines. And then I would say that no police will ride my car until you have at least 8 months of IT training. You know why? No. Because all of my apparatus will be technologically built. We're not going to be dealing with these, old-fashioned things. So when we can build a military, we can build a police. When there's law and order, foreign investor will come. This is what past government have never done. They get there and put their sisters, their brothers in government. I'm going to look for the qualified Liberians. After all, we Liberians abroad, all over the world, we can come together and build and make the difference. I'm going to fishing for you. You're going to come. You're going to work for the people. That's why we are the people. That's why the Constitution gave us the power. All power is embedded in the people. If we got power to give people to give to people to suppress us, why we can't take the power for ourselves? After all, the land is for us. The people own the land. This is what past government have not done. Number 2, they have never punished. They never even look at past government that corrupt the government. Like me, I'm saying the TRC, why did Ellen Johnson spend over $8 million to put a TRC together? Was it just a fiasco? Or was it just to put money in Jerome Vardier's pocket? No. And if the TRC is passed, I will be the one to institute the Economic Crimes Code first. And Ellen Johnson will be number 1.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, do you have any question for the aspirant?
Okay, now we are talking about, let me stay with you on that topic, the TRC. This is something that usually when you discuss,
the other people not even talking about it because all of their hands are bloody. They're not even talking about the war crime. But you see, the thing here is, why must we be holding by the country devil in the bush when the children who's supposed to be scared, they say, "Oh, yeah, bring the country devil outside, bring the country devil outside." But we who does always say, "No, the country devil can't come outside." Why? The war criminal, the people who say they are war criminal, they are saying, "You bring the war crime code. You bring the war crime code." The people who are supposed to bring it, they're holding back. Why? Because those who hold it back, their hands are dirty. But Joseph Biden did not fight the war. I didn't even work in government for me to say I ate government money to be here for economic crimes. So this is what makes me the best person. Because when I'm whipping their butts, I will not have nothing to worry about.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So anyway, Mr. Chairman, let me go into this a little bit before you come in.
Go ahead.
You talk about bloody hands. I see you talking. You did mention more about Vanessa Leave and others. And so when you talk about bloody hand, so who are those people that have the bloody hands in Liberia that are stopping the war crime code to come to Liberia?
Well, I don't have to name them. We all know them. We all know them. But I can name the person who's established it. And Ellen. I know y'all know the story. Again, the thing here is who has got the guts? Who have got the gut to call these people out for justice? Who has got a gut? My colleagues are all putting their head in the sand, like the ostrich. I'm not putting no head in sand. That's what the TRC was built for. In fact, the TRC named Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as one of the corporates. Her name is on there. So why must I be afraid to call the name of TRC? I've already listed her down. And Prince Johnson. But these people are saying, you're bring a war crime code. But then we who go into power will say, no, we don't want to bring it. You see? But we'll get there and call them by names. So you let's bring this country devil out and see who will eat and who they will not eat. Okay? The children say the children are supposed to be afraid of the country devil. They say bring the country devil. You who the soul, then you say no, I scared the country devil. They want war crackle and economic crackle. How many times we never talk about it? My people, you let's bring it. And see those who will survive and those who will not survive. Let's clean up our country. And Joseph Bani is the only good guy that will clean up this country without any fear.
Thank you.
Or prejudice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have any question for the aspirant?
All right. I see you talking about this TRC and war crime code forcefully. It's like you are passionate about this.
I am.
Most time people will say the stinging ridicule of past leaders and people will not really take you anywhere because you are sometimes going against the higher power. In our politics, we call it the higher power. Sometimes we call it the big hands. So, in a nutshell, they will say that you are experimenting with politics, especially with this position, because some might say there's no chance of you getting to the higher office with this type of politics because truth be told, you are going against some of the people.
The norms. I'm going against the norms. Because the norm in Liberia is if you are bad to the people, that you the people want. Every day you put in pepper in the people out that you the one. Then when you get it now, then they say, oh, it will come in, or will not come in put in there. But you're already seeing the people putting they get the pepper, they messing up. Then he said that you will want. Then when they put the pepper in your eye, then you'll cry. I know right now I'm alienating a lot of people because what some of them will tell me, say, Mr. Bani, they think here when you go there, you say you punish that, they will not vote for you. Okay. You came my mind, you came my power, I will vote for you then. You corrupt the government, you not corrupt the government, I will vote for you. You not vote for them.
All right. So now that you are doing this type of politics, people will say, okay, Liberia, you are talking about running for the higher office in the land. That's the president.
Saying you will punish criminals.
And saying you will punish criminals, you are going against the norm, like you said, and you are trying to make other people of higher power a little bit uncomfortable because when they hear these languages or the way you speak and things you say, like they try to stop you in your tracks for getting to where you're supposed to be. So, however, when you have some of these good ideas, somebody will say, they will suggest that why can't you run for senator of Gbapulu or to start from there to start speaking on these things when you are up there in the upper Senate, being a son from Gbapulu, I think you said you have Gbapulu behind you. That would be an easy route to go to Gbapulu, and then once you are already in, sometimes for you to change, you gotta change things from within. You cannot be trying to change.
How many times they are not being within and have not changed anything?
Because the things within change them. Sometimes they enter the system, they allow the system to change them. So if you are true to your value, somebody will say, when you become a senator, you will preach the same gospel on the floor of the Senate. So have you ever considered running for the Senate of
How many times within here the brother, they call him the people's senator. I think you know who I'm talking about, the people's senator, Darius Dillon. When he used to be on the talk show, how many times he didn't talk about when you get there, I will do this. When I get there, I will do this. Say he got there. How many bills has he ever passed?
So you are Darius Dillon?
No, listen. I'm still talking.
Okay.
You said why I can't be senator, why I can't be representative. With this plan that I have for the Liberian people, senator or representative can pass it without fight. No. So how long must we fight to bring change in the country? Now, do we have to always start down the ladder? Do we have to do that? You know what will happen when I get there? Chances are I will be disappointed, or I will join the corrupt party. My thing is not for money. Yes, money involved. Okay? I would say I want to go to be representative and take my only $50,000 every month. But would that fix it? No. I'd rather sit down and go on my farm if I can't bring change to Liberia. I'm not a gold digger that I got to start from the creek before I get to the big river. My ideas can work. If even I don't be, my idea will continue to be preached in Liberia and people will listen to me. We must bring those people who destroy this country, we must bring them to book, or else there will be no peace in Liberia. And if there's no peace in Liberia, no investor will come. And if no investor come, there will be no jobs. I can be senator anytime. Okay, somebody going to die eventually in the 6th period. Somebody will clear off, and the place will be open. But the thing here is, I can't form this organization, and just leave it like that. So it behooves on you, Liberians, wherever you are under my voice, you can make the change. But we can't make no change standing outside the fence and throwing stones. Let's get in the ring and fight. Let's get in the ring. Not only me, but you can do it. I'm not just bent over being president. Let me clear it off today. If you, XYZ, can be the president or can run this party, but come. But let's sit together and know that this is what we'll do for the people. This is what we'll do for the country. Country first, before me. Country first, before me. You know what the Black Panther leader said? One is 1963, at Henry P. Nukin's birthday. He had a slogan, but he said America. America first. Then, and only then, me and you as citizens or as Americans, but America first. If we have this mentality that Liberia first, then and only then me and you as citizens, but Liberia first, this country will be built. But people are saying me first, then and only then the country. No. Not just a bunny, not because I want government money, I'm gonna go start be representative or this, that. Chances are I may not even be the president. I'll be very frank with y'all. I'm not forcing it. But if the Liberian people will listen to me, that we are the people, this is the time for us to take our country and fix it. We can be the leader and we will fix this country. All those who have destroyed this country economically, violently, Lord, the justice need to take its course. Lastly, the legendary, the reggae singer, Peter Touch, he sang this song. I'm not a good singer. Everyone is crying out for peace, but no one wants to cry out for justice. Everybody talking about peace, but nobody wants to talk about justice. And without justice and equality, there will be no peace. They want a baby, but they don't want the parents. And without the parent, we can't get a baby. So I'm going to bring the parent in and we'll get a baby later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Joseph Banning, the president aspirant, the People's Party, Republic of Liberia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook Live, this OP table. If you are listening from Liberia, this is your president aspirant, Joseph Banning, who's going to come and bring change to the Liberian people. Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I think we should be wrapping up. If you got any question, like final question for the aspirant, so you can ask the final question, and then from there we ask the president, the president aspirant to give a closing statement, then we wrap it up. Do you have any question?
I can just ask a little bit of a question, then we can wrap it up from there if you allow me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I understand you speaking forcefully about this platform. I think this is something you truly believe in, and something you really want for Liberia. So this platform you have with you, did you take this platform to other parties, talk to other stand-up bearers, and discuss these ideas? Because you said that you might not be a president. Have you been discussing with other stand-up bearers or aspirants, discussing about this platform? This is some things you want for Liberia. In case if I cannot reach there, it's like sometimes are you a Bible man? The Bible in the Bible, Moses couldn't reach the promised land. So, but Moses helped. He inspired the generation that reached to the promised land.
Right.
Because he gave them those ideas. So, have you been voicing these ideas to some people that you might think will reach the promised land?
That's why I have it written down. It will never go away. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Jones, you can take over.
Yeah, let me ask my final question. I read your platform and it's very good. I see it. I read it. There's a question I want to ask you from your platform. You talk about equal distribution of human resources. So how are you going to go about doing this distribution of human resources to our people in Nigeria when you become president?
I just told you. The distribution of human resource, every country must be able to shoulder the responsibility of this country. And by so doing, I will send each ministry to these counties so that workers in those counties will be able to pay tax to the county. Now the county will become now autonomous, like a self-owned government. The superintendent become like the governor. The superintendent oversees the whole government sector in that county. People who in that county work, even they are government workers, they will pay tax to the government and pay tax to their county. The county will be able to even have their own department or police department, security department. And that way now, the heavy load on the government shoulder will be lightened because it will be shared abroad and everyone else is taking part. As a result, the resources of the government will be evenly shared to every county, regardless of your population. This is what I call the human resource distribution, the even human resource distribution. If every county began to take responsibility of the country, they will be able to share evenly. Then just taking the county development fund and put it in the senator's hand and they go sit down behind the house and divide the money. This time the superintendent will be in charge. While the representative and senator live in their county. So that whenever we send any county development fund, the superintendent handles it and carry on the distribution. And that way we'll be streamlining the corruption. Because everybody's eye will now be on each other. Then the government eye is on the 15 counties. That's how I will distribute the human resource evenly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, do you have anything?
No, I don't. I think we spoke with the candidate, the presidential aspirant lengthily. In my opinion, I think I'm okay with the question I asked. If you want to open the lines the lines are still open. You can call 317-717-1162. In the next 1 to 2 minutes, we'll be wrapping it up. And Mr. Jones, yes, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you very much. The number to call is 317-717-1162. We are missing Yan and Dave Volula, the favorite son of Nimba Kante. Young is in Kentucky, taking care of Nimba County Affair, Nimba County Association Affair in Kentucky. So Young Frida is not on the show today. But Mr. Aspirant,
Yes, sir.
my final question will soon be closing. So what is your weakness and strength when it comes to decision making? Because as a president of the Republic of Liberia, you'll be making some tough decisions that will benefit the Liberian people. What are your weakness and strength when it comes to making decisions?
Well, I cannot pinpoint at my weakness now. Maybe my weakness would be that I'm not punishing them correctly. But my strength would be to punish everybody equally. And to make decisions that will be right for the people. You see, look, the whole subject, the whole thing of my thoughts is for the people. The people come first. My man, we suffer too much in this country now, man. That every day now we just be knocking out there, here one play, they just be knocking it. Even you can't for you say, Dimina. That's why. So my weakness will be I'm not punishing them enough. But law and order will be fully in place. Our children here, they can't even go to Liberia and feel comfortable. For what? All other people can go to their country free, but not Liberia. In fact, Liberia are running away from Liberia. Why? We got to be able to face the ground for the people and not justice. Law and order. Can you imagine? Police are bought. They can pay police to go do anything. That because they're not paying the policeman. The policeman haul me, across, pull me behind the house, carry me behind the house. I asked him, I said, my man, how much they paying you? He said, he said, boss man. He said, boss man, you give me $100, I said, I will take it. I said, but how much for they paying you? He said they can pay $150. But that $150, they will give all the $50 you as the body and so LD. So I said, $100, just $100. Look, the country is so bad. It's so bad that anybody can even sell their mom for $100. Why must we always sit down and look at this and care to see people that are doing the thing wrong? All the people who have robbed this country, they make this country high. You know why they're doing this for? No. You know why?
No.
Let me tell you the secret. When you put it, when you catch animals and put it in basket for long, they can eat anything you throw at them. This is what they are doing to our people. They hold back jobs. There's no money. Only people got the money. So when they want to do their daily job, the people fall for it. That's why you see everybody here. Okay, you want my vote? What did you not do for me before? Oh, I'm gonna come pay your house before you give me one vote. That's fine. I can pay your house. But you know, when you give me that vote, I get the power. I forget about you. You see? So the people have put us in the basket like chickens, like cats and dogs. So anytime they're ready, they can't sit on our back and we carry them. This thing must stop. It got to stop. And it can only be done through justice, law, and order. And Joseph Barney is the only one that will bring that. I can whip their butt and don't have to worry. They're not my sister, they're not my brother. Criminal is never our brother. Like Joe, we are saying, all the criminals, we are family. Oh, yes. This is why you're not punishing any one of them because they are your family members. But no, they are not my family member, they are Liberians. And if Liberia does wrong, let's deal with them as Liberian. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, I think we will allow the presidential aspirant, so we can have a call. We'll ask the presidential aspirant to give a parting statement so that we can end this show. Mr. Barney, it's a pleasure. I know it's not a right, it's a pleasure indeed to be sharing this table with you, this open table. on this Saturday, we say go ahead and give your closing, I mean your parting statement to the Liberian people and the rest of the world.
Thank you. Again, they say what XYZ, is that your name? JYZ. Mr. XYZ.
Yeah.
Thank you so much with you and your buddy for the opportunity you're giving me to express myself to the Liberian people. And I think this is one of the greatest contribution you can ever do for me, to get me out of the darkness. I was even surprised to hear somebody from Grand G there watching me and calling on there. That means that I'm pretty much around the world now.
Yes.
See, thank you so much for that opportunity. And to you, my fellow Liberians and friends, I am Joseph Bani once again. I'm not a politician, but because they have been hating me in one place, I'm tired. I got to rise up for my people. And people like Patient, who a man beat for $50 after working for the man for 1 month, watching his daily clothes. Patient went to ask for her $50, 3 months old pregnant. They beat her up. On my way to the hospital, I stopped by. She was crying. I fought for her. I had only 1 more week in Liberia, but I made sure the perpetrator went to jail and took him to court. I hired a lawyer before coming, and Patient got justice. She was able to. I took Patient to the ELWA Joint hospital. They checked her. The baby was all right. She born a hefty baby girl. Those are what I want to do, and not because I want money, but I want my people to be able to enjoy the resources. Some of them born in Liberia. Some of them are 40, 50, 60 years old. Not one day they can say, I had this job. It's always who want work. I want to eradicate that. I want to be able to make a new Liberians where all Liberians will be free. That all our children that are born abroad will have free will, free desire to go to Liberia and live without fear. That's the desire I want. And I want to rebuild our military, our police, so that Liberia will be fully protected. I want protection on about all lives and property in the whole 15 counties. I want to be able to create a place that will be a safe haven. And only Liberia can do that. If they say Liberia is a place of love, let's prove it to the world. So that we don't have to depend on foreign investors. We can mobilize. And I'm calling on all Liberians who are abroad to bring their resources. Joseph Bani will protect it for you. You will get you'll get everything that you need in a Joseph Bani government. So I'm calling you, come. I don't have to be. If you can be, I will give you that place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bani, the People's Party. Mr. Bani, the People's Party president aspirant, Republic of Liberia, comes October 10, 2023. Mr. Bani says he's going to beat them. He's going to beat them. He will make sure all those corrupt people are going to be apprehended. Thank you very much, Mr. Bani.
Ellen Johnson said it first.
Yeah, Manasseh Lee going to be the first person.
Because you don't want to call her name. Only Prince Johnson you know. Only John we are you know. How about Ellen Johnson?
Thank you, Manasseh Lee. Manasseh Lee going to be the first that are going to be apprehended by the president, Mr. Bani, Joseph Bani, the People's Party. Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, do you want to close so we can wrap the ball?
We go ahead, then you can go ahead and wrap it up. Well, thank you, Mr. Joseph Bani, presidential aspirant, the People's Party. Thank you for speaking on the issue. We wish you well. It's a good thing that you are doing, going around speaking to the Liberian people, because you have to speak on this message repeatedly. You have this is something you have to do. You have to go out there in the corners, in the little towns, the little villages, and speak on this issue. And I must commend you, quite frankly. You inspire me and others to pick up the issue with the amount of enthusiasm and force you have on this issue. I mean, it's important, especially when you made mention of Ellen Johnson and others. It's a good thing. You see, in politics, especially in Liberia, we all have our own devil. We try to cover.
Yeah.
We turn a blind eyes to them. Uh, I'm for one. I really don't like the politics of Ellie. Uh, I still believe that she did some things that we really need to ask for questions. But I mean, I'm not a politician at this moment, at this time. But for you to be in the race and be talking about persecuting her and others, that's courageous. You have a backbone where a lot of politicians have doormat. So because Eddie has been working over there and all other, but then that's
Yeah.
she's part of our
Look at what she's doing now.
and
Look at her activities she's doing now. Joseph Walker first election, she jumped from Joseph Walker and jumped to CDC, Joe Weir. Now Joe Weir, according to them, have messed up. Now if she's been jumping from Joe Weir, now she's going to Cummings. Where are you going to stand? Where do you stand? Are you for the Liberian people? I think she's supposed to be the mother to give advice and not be taking sides. Because you know where there are a lot of children in the home, when the mama is for one person, all the other children feel neglected. So Ellen Johnson Sirleaf need to be the mother of this country instead of taking sides. And every time everyone she put in power, they always have copy after her. Joe Weir government is bad today because her government was bad. And what make Cummings think that if Ellen Johnson Sirleaf support him, he become president, his government will not, he already start being bad. Because he said, if we do the same thing, the same way, we don't expect the same result. He come there now, he's doing the same thing the same way. What kind of spine do you have, Mr. Cummings? You condemn something, then you turn around. You know what the Bible says about that?
No.
It said the dog had returned to his vomit. If we condemn anything, we turn around and take it, we are like a dogs who will vomit and then we turn around and eat our vomit. I will not turn around, I will not eat my vomit. What I'm saying is who I am. It's better you know me in the day so that you can't be worried about me in the night. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So it's a good thing. You spoke on the issue, and it's okay that you made mention of it. You told the Liberian people your platform is right there in your hand. It's out there. They can request for it. They can request for copy. The platform is out there. It's in a booklet. You can go and you can learn about the Liberian People's Party.
You see,
The People's
justice.
Party.
This is what the People's Party stand on. Justice.
The People's Party stand on justice. It's first and foremost. The People's Party. The first and foremost. The first thing on the agenda is justice. The presidential aspirant said he's gonna be bringing justice to Ellen and everyone else from Ellen down. Not missing Joseph or Boyka and we and everybody else. My other father, TRC, he said he wants TRC to come. TRC to come back to Liberia. He's gonna prosecute people. He said hurt our people, right?
Yeah.
For the people. So you're gonna prosecute them. And it's a good thing. So we wish you well. We wish you well. We say, hope you can run a good and healthy campaign. I hope you can go out there and preach your gospel. Because if you believe in this, it's good that you go out there and speak it repeatedly. So you should go out there and keep speaking to the people. Like the thing about it is sometimes, even if you can't get there, they will get the message. At least you will
get the message.
You will educate them. You will inspire them in a way that they will get the message. The decision we are going to make this October, it might be right, it might be wrong, but the message will always stay with us forever. You see, the thing about speaking to people and communicating with them is you leave a lasting impression. Even if they go the wrong way or the bad way. If I go to a town and people say go the way and I take the other way, if something happened that way, I'll remember that an elder or somebody else tell me to go the other way. So
Yes,
you keep telling them the message, and
that's the essence of the
that's
people.
the thing. Sometimes it's not about winning; it's about
Mm.
educating. So
Yes.
as you speak to them, you educate them. You win is not the ultimate goal. It's about giving them something to remember.
To always remember.
Yeah, something to always remember. So thank you again. I'll give it up to my boss,
Yeah.
ZSYZ. Thank you for holding the show down. And
Thank you very much. Honorable Joseph Bannick, we say thank you for coming to OP Table. I know Liberian people are listening, and we also say to all those that are listening to us today, listen to the president's parents, the People's Party, we say thank you. Thank you for joining us from Liberia. Jeremiah Chia, thank you for calling us from Grand Jide. All of those quarters, Anthony Gavler, thank you for calling, and those that are listening through 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 Facebook and all our social media as well. We say thank you. We say thank you as well. Even though you're in Kentucky right now, we can see you, but I know you're watching. You're in spirit. We say thank you also for watching. And Mr. Sparent,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'm with you in spirit. I know you are going back to Liberia. We say when you're coming back, come with victory. We are with you in spirit.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
The right thing, the Liberian people, they are watching and they're going to see how best comes October 10, 2023. He might be the president, Mr. Biden.
Thank you.
This is how we come to the end of today. So, OP Table. This is how we wrap it up. This OP Table. This OP Table. This OP Table. This is OP Table. OP Table. OP Table. OP Table. Yeah, we had a conversation with the President's parent, Joseph Bani, the People's Party, Republic of Liberia. They're not going to be the president, the incoming president, President in waiting, Joseph Bani. We are broadcasting from Indianapolis, Indiana. We are in Liberia. This is Joseph Bani, President's parent, the People's Party.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.